PMacMovies back here in the PMacMovies movie room. I called in, I basically called into work today because there is a blizzard warning for my area at my workplace, which isn't that far away, but the weather can really be drastically different. So there's no, I think the weather there's supposed to be like not that bad, but here it is windy as F and snowing, and it's supposed to get worse. So PMAC gonna be staying home watching some movies today. But first, we have to make a PMacMovies haul video. And I'm just thinking, I hope I don't have some of my new stuff in the other room. We might have to go into the bedroom during this video. So I actually have quite a bit of stuff to show off. It just builds up. And the thing is, last weekend, Charmaine was off. I don't have as much time to make the videos. We're usually doing stuff and whatnot. I'm going to tell you about this too. But I just made that first Dollar Tree video, and then I bought some more stuff from Dollar Trees. Nothing really that great. But I do have a whole bunch of other stuff. Goodwill, we got Mill Creek. Mill Creek sent me some more cool stuff that I think just came out actually this week. Amazon UK. And I've been hoarding up on all sorts of other shit. Actually, right now, there's a really nice... I've been waiting for a Kino Lorber sale. And last night I got home from work, or last, evening, late afternoon, evening. I got home from work, and, I was doing some stuff, talking to Charmaine. And I looked on Blu-ray.com, and I saw, whoa, there's a Kino Lorber sale. And, some of their new stuff, and there's some, Scorpion releasing stuff on there. So it's a pretty good sale. PMAC spent a decent amount of money, 3 figures. And so that'll be a nice haul when they ship that out to me. I don't expect it too soon, but and I got some Amazon UK stuff that is coming, and then I ordered some more. So just, PMAC keeps hoarding. But I do have some fennel tea here. Let's sit back, relax here. This is Thursday morning. Sit back, relax. No coffee, but I got the fennel tea here. Fennel tea, look it up. It's got all sorts of health benefits. And I actually buy, the cheaper way to do it rather than buying the tea packets is to buy actual fennel seeds. I buy organic fennel seeds in bulk. Steep them, and you have yourself a health tonic, which is supposed to help with digestion and things like that. It's actually the perfect temperature right now. So I'll be drinking this throughout the video. It tastes like, black licorice. It has kind of a taste like that to it. And I wasn't really a big fan of black licorice. The taste of this is fine, though. Would I prefer coffee? Yes. But I think coffee messes me up. So I'm trying to avoid that for the most part. I do have a huge haul to show you guys. I do want to talk about another thing, though, before we get into it. Just a word of PMAC advice from PMacMovies. So this is a life advice, because I'm not just a movie collector. I'm a person who thinks a lot. Everybody thinks a lot, but I try to think about deeper stuff. I think about trying to improve myself. Did I drink a fennel seed or something? Man, I got a little catch in my throat. But there's day-to-day, daily living things that we have to deal with and that we have to improve on, or we stay stuck and we develop into bitter, old assholes. And older people or younger people that are just negative and bitter and nasty, and they had bad circumstances in their life, and they're just miserable, and they don't trust everybody, and they hate everybody, and with the way the world is, not that could be justified. However, you're the only one that has to deal with your situation. Being pissed off at the world does not help the issue. It doesn't cause the people who wronged you or whatever to feel what you're feeling. It's just you. You're the one that has to work on yourself. And one big thing that people do, I feel like, is, and I see it all the time, at my work as a counselor, my own life, and other people, whether it be YouTube or other internet stuff is like when people get angry, they feel like their anger is automatically justified and they should be able to call people names and drop F-bombs and fuck this and get pissed off and do whatever to the person that pissed them off. But it's not, just because you're angry, it doesn't necessarily justify the anger. Like your perception may be causing your anger to be blown way out of proportion. So like some situations that I may just brush it off and move on. Some person did a little something to me, they weren't polite or whatever. I just brush it off and move on with my day. Somebody else could be so pissed off and be F that person, how could they do that to me and all that stuff. But it only hurts you, so you have to, and stuff happens all the time that could piss you off, all the time. And you're either going to feed into it and make it worse, or you're going to be like, that's not worth it, I'm just going to move on. But you see people getting so like pissed off about stuff, and it's happened at me too, and then they'll turn it into, oh, they're justified in saying all this crap about you, lying about you, exaggerating things that you said or exaggerating things that you did. And it's just because and maybe you did do something wrong, or maybe you did, make a mistake or whatever, but just because you did that doesn't justify the other person just doing and saying whatever the heck they want and exaggerating the situation and trying to make it about other things. It's not right. And then you see people feed into it, like on the internet. You'll see people feed into it, like, oh, yeah, that shouldn't have happened, like that person doing that to you, like what? But you only have that one perspective. The people on the outside only have that one perspective. And they'll just feed into it, like, oh yeah, it's like when you have a disagreement with a significant other or family member and you go and talk to somebody about it, and that person just agrees with whatever you say, they're only getting your perspective. So you could have been a total asshole in that situation and made it worse. And the other person just agreeing with whatever you said. So whenever I go to somebody, I want them to give me like a fresh perspective. Well, like maybe this person, maybe you should see it from this way. Maybe they were feeling this way, and maybe you acted in a way that exacerbated, you made it worse. Because I've went to people and like talked to them about situations, and the best help for me was when the person questioned my thinking in like in a helpful manner, not like a disrespectful manner, but like a real, like they've been through it before, giving you real feedback on like, part of your behavior escalated the situation. Like you weren't necessarily right in doing that just because they did that sort of thing. And those are the best people to get feedback from, are the people that actually give you actually kind of question your thinking too. So just some food for thought. But you get people like, oh yeah, take the high road, you're doing the right, you keep going. But it's like, that person acted like a total jerk, and everybody's kind of giving them approval for it, even though what happened to them does not justify what they did in that situation. So just some thoughts. And PMAC isn't just here to, I gotta get subscribers, baby. I gotta get people watching PMAC movies. No, I want to express certain things too. So people who pull up this video, a lot of them are already tuned out. But I care more about the people that have stayed tuned in and care about what I'm saying right now. I care about those people more than the people that are just here for the haul videos, quite frankly. So that's what I had to say. Let's move on to the hoarding, baby. So Dollar Tree, I got a bunch of stuff from Dollar Tree. Some of it I already showed, some of it I didn't. Most of the stuff I got on day 2, though, wasn't really that great. Let's take a look at what old PMAC got. So I know I showed off that one, the Pyramid. We're going to go through the Dollar Tree ones pretty quick. And I did get an extra of the Pyramid. I got Killing Kennedy. I got Pusher, which I saw this at more stores too, but I just got the one. I don't need to be buying up a lot. I got Winnie Mandela here. Is that what it's called? Winnie Mandela. 1 Mile to You. This was a day 2 purchase, so I didn't show this one yet. This is a Gravitas Ventures, and it has the, the DVD or the Blu-ray R looking thing there. We got some trash at Dollar Tree. Every sale we have that. March of the Penguins, which I have this on DVD. Got the Blu-ray there. The Last Word. Some of these I did show off in my live video, actually. So if you watch my live video, you've already seen all these. I've only seen this at one store, and I went to probably around 10 stores. Guns, Girls, and Gambling. Only saw this at one store around here, I do believe. Bad Santa 2. I did see another copy of Bad Santa 2 4K, but I only needed the one. It doesn't come with a code or anything. I'm Not Ashamed. And Nerdland here, which I did find at least one other store. I was happy to find this one on day 2. Probably my best day 2 find, because I was looking for this in the last sale. It is A Young Doctor's Notebook, starring Harry Potter, Daniel Radcliffe. No, just call him Harry. And John Hamm from Mad Men. Apparently they actually play the same character. Although John Hamm's a lot taller than Harry Potter. He just never grew up, Harry. Let's go back to the fennel tea. These herbal teas have all sorts of health benefits, so even though coffee tastes better, I mean, really, when you drink a thing of coffee, it's a few minutes of enjoyment. And then you might feel, if you do have, health issues from it, you might feel crappy later. But with, like, a herbal tea, it's decent, and you're going to get the health benefits later on. It's also supposed to be good for your breath, so that's another benefit. If you got stinky breath. Other DVDs. I got a whole stack of DVDs from Dollar Tree. This one I already showed off, Worst Week. This one I only saw at one store, Laid in America. This is going to be a deep, profound movie. But this is from Universal, and it just reminds me of like American Pie type of stuff. I enjoy those. OJ, Made in America. This actually, I think, ended up being kind of a rare one. I think I got it at the first store I went to. I don't think I saw it again. Bill, this was at several stores. Heavenly Sword, that was at several stores. The Nanny, also a pretty common one around here. Hacker, that was a common one. Moontrap, that was a common one. Probably not very good. This one has a nice Slippy. Implanted. And Cat Run, starring Paz Vega. This looks like a fun action one there. Let's throw these back to the floor, where most PMAC movies go after they're purchased. I have a problem. Up next, Undercover. Saw that at several stores. That's a BBC one, 2-disc set. Little Men. Looks like a nice indie drama starring Greg Kinnear. Relive. This has got, what's-her-face in it? I forget her name, but she's nice from Game of Thrones. Like Chaplin. Una Chaplin, I think is her name. London Spy there is a cool one. 2035. Ended up getting a Slippy. The Vampire's Assistant. This was one I think I only found this at one store. Sacrifice. So this was a cool find of a Vivendi Asian movie. 4321, that was a common one. Christmas Bounty. I think I only saw this at a couple stores, maybe 3. And then Pastor Shepherd. That was at a few stores too. Danny Trejo. I think I might have seen that at Big Lots before, but passed on it. For $3. For $1, you beer yourself. Duck Season. This one, the disc was messed up looking. It might still work. Faye Grimm there. The Lost City. Man, it is whipping out there. Shit. The wind is whipping. The Lost City. Yes, forecast is a blizzard here in the area, so. Alex and Emma. Good Heart. Better Living Through Chemistry. And Queen and Country. Those were all the Dollar Tree ones, I think. I should probably go into the bedroom and make sure there's nothing in there that I forgot. Let's walk around the PMAC hizzy. Holy crap. Hopefully it's not messy. Don't judge me if it's messy. Have some respect. Yeah, it looks like we've just been watching stuff that I already had. There's the Palmer conspiracy, or Palmer supremacy in here, which I already showed up. I think that's it. Well, oops. Let's go back into the movie room. I did get something that's in one of my sets from in there. We're back to the movie room. We're back. We're back where the magic happens. Okay. Let's close this door so we have some privacy, even though I'm the only one home. Okay, so I have a whole bunch of stuff. Some cool stuff, too, actually. Usually I'm just showing off junk. Just kidding. Got a couple box sets here. Took forever to get this one. It is Monk, the complete series, and it got, like, lost in the mail. So I complained to Amazon a couple times. And the first time, they gave me, like, a $5 credit to use. This was $29, by the way. It was on sale. It was one that I'd been looking for. I'd been waiting for, but it was always like, it was like over $50. I wasn't going to pay that much. I had heard it had been around $30 before, so I was really happy when it went down to $29. Placed the order. It was like I have Amazon Prime, so it should have got to me pretty quick, and it just didn't get delivered. I called the post office, and they told me like what the issue was. Before that, I already contacted Amazon a couple times. They gave me a $5 credit. I contacted them again. They sent out another one. So I have two of this, and I actually got them both yesterday. I placed the order for it like middle of last week. It was early last week, maybe. I can't remember. But it's good that I got two copies of this, actually, because the other one I got was trash. Like, there was like a lot of scratched discs between the two. There was messed up discs. There was like some of these were like slashed into the, like where the plastic pulls out and the paper was all cut through. This one, it does have like a spine slash through it, but between the two sets, I put together like a pretty darn good set. The discs are in good condition, but if I just got one set of this, like, I was going to have to ask for another one anyway, because it was just like destroyed. Like, a lot of it was destroyed, and I believe the worst one was the one that was the first one that was shipped out to me, and it was just trashed. It did have some discs that were better in that one than this one, because like there was a bunch of scratched discs. So I'm glad I was able to put together a good set, and it's cool too that they did every other one like red and then white, red and white, red and white, red and white. But this is supposed to be a pretty good show, put out by Universal. It was on the USA Network. I watched the first episode last night, and it's pretty funny. There were some parts where I was laughing. Charmaine didn't really like it that much for some reason, but I think that's because she wanted to watch Lord of the Rings. I have been we watched all the Hobbits, the extended versions. And then we started Lord of the Rings last night, which I've seen Lord of the Rings like how many times? Quite a few. Up next, a fun one from when I was younger. It's the Wonder Years here, the complete series. I did have a season 1 that I got from Dollar Tree, but this is a 6-season set, and I actually, I did not check the discs. I hope this isn't over 30. I'm going to have to check the discs on this actually today. I think I checked the first couple seasons and they were fine, but I'm going to have to check the rest of it. This one actually arrived to me in good condition. A show that I enjoyed when I was younger. This is a Time Life release. 6 seasons. Apparently it aired from 88 to 93. I remember watching it when I was young and enjoyed this show. 58 hours of great entertainment. And this was this went down to, I think, $30. It was $30 from a third-party seller on Amazon. You might still be able to get it for that price. I'm not sure though. It was something that showed up on Slick Deals, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that for $30. I doubt the picture quality is that great. But yeah, I gotta check the last 4 seasons of that. PMAC too busy for that shit. Now he's got the day off. So some cool stuff. I got Scream Factory, new release. I got a Scream Factory new release. Maybe I'm important. No, you silly. Let's take a look at Mill Creek. I want to really, when I do the Mill Creek ones, I do want to start doing their own individual videos rather than just doing them in hauls. But this was just like a couple of them that came later after like the main package came earlier this month. But these are a couple, continuing with the Ultraman sets. We have the Return of Ultraman here. Some people got the Steelbooks. I actually don't mind getting these ones. I mean, the Steelbook's nice too, but they have stacked discs. This has like, you know, where each disc has its own thingamajiggy. But Ultraman, the Return of Ultraman, and what year is this from? This is, does it have the years on it? 21 hours, 38 minutes. Yeah, I'm not sure like what year this Ultraman's from, but it's awesome that Mill Creek keeps putting out these nice Ultraman sets. I mean, they do a good, really nice job with the slip box. It looks like it's got something in there, like some like little reading material and a booklet, and then it's got the case there with the different the hubs, which, you know, like I said, I think this might be preferable to the Steelbook. I mean, I know the Steelbook costs more and whatnot, but I might choose this one over that. This is a 6-disc set, and it is Series 4 from Ultraman. So Mill Creek, they just keep popping them out. Like every month they're putting out some more Ultraman. And they did put out this one too. It's Ultraman Orb, the Origin Saga. Includes Ultra Fight Orb. Some more Asian goodness. So this is two, it looks like a series and then a movie. So it says Ultraman Orb, the Origin Saga, 12 episodes. And then Ultra Fight Orb. 5 hours and 18 minutes of entertainment here. The Ultimate Combo includes the prequel and sequel events to the Ultraman Orb series. So if you're getting the rest of the Ultraman Orb stuff in particular, you gotta snag these up. You got to. Oh, it's got different artwork too. That's cool. Mill Creek doing a nice job. They really make these Ultraman Orb ones in particular. I'm impressed with like the colors and the artwork that are used there. It looks good. That looks sharp. Mill Creek, they keep doing a good job. I might have showed that one. I can't remember. I got Goodwill near Workday. I've been stopping there every workday because they just keep getting in more stuff. I keep getting cool stuff there. I might as well check them out. Let's take a look at what I've gotten lately. I found this Samuel Goldwyn set. This was still sealed. It is 6 movies, 6 film collection. Wuthering Heights, The Pride of the Yankees, The Best Years of Our Lives, The Bishop's Wife, Hans Christian Andersen, and Guys and Dolls. I don't think I have any of these. It's possible that I do in other sets. This actually looked like a Dollar General one. It had like a $15 tag on it. And then we have 6 separate discs. 6 separate discs, 1 for each movie, $3. That is certainly a beer me. And they were all mint too, surprisingly. When you get a set like that, you wonder. I got this one for $2. This one was also still sealed. It is John Cassavetes in Tempest. Paul Mazursky's Tempest. From 1982. This looked like a good one to get. It's a Sony release. Beer me. I beard myself. You need to get some John Cassavetes. Good stuff. Let's see what else I got from Goodwill's. I got this Blu-ray. Scooby-Doo Haunted Hollywood. And I wouldn't have got this if it didn't have the HD digital code. But it does have the HD digital code. So yeah, I don't like collect the Scooby-Doo stuff necessarily, but if it's a Lego Scooby-Doo movie, original movie, 75 minutes, and so I snagged it. Rick Morales directed it. Then Jane Eyre here. Jane Eyre, however you say it. 228 minutes on 2 discs from 2006. Looked like this might be out of print. Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre. And I really like the one with Michael Fassbender from like 2011, I think it was. Excellent. So definitely want to get different versions of this one. 2 discs, and I believe they were both mint. So that was a cool find for $2. Then a old Paramount DVD. Didn't read great things about the movie, but it looks like something that could be decent for the price. Bless the Child, starring Kim Basinger, Jimmy Smits, Christina Ricci, Ian Holm, Rufus Sewell. From 2000, it is 107 minutes, put out by Paramount. I doubt this will ever get a Blu-ray. Another one of those discs, it looks kind of like goldish, so hopefully the disc is good. I think it doesn't have scratches. And this one even comes with a little booklet. Wow, the booklet's got like, okay. There's like a little DVD video from Paramount booklet. That's kind of neat. It's got like different Paramount releases. Star Treks and stuff. That's kind of cool. I don't know if I have that in one of my sets. And then it's just got like a card with the scene selections. It's more than they do these days. Up next, we got a 3D Blu-ray. I do have this on Blu-ray already, but I saw the 3D one for $2.99, and I snagged it. There's a few other Disney ones there, but it just wasn't things that I really needed to get. But the Tangled 3D was a good one. It does have like the old code, and I think the disc was all good. It's all good. So now I have that on 3D, which is cool. Beard Myself Tangled. $3. And then is this a Buena Vista one? Is this a Buena Vista? I don't know. I think this is from one of those Disney-owned companies, too. It is The Proposal, starring Ryan Reynolds, Sandra Bullock, Craig T. Nelson, Mary Steenburgen, Betty White, Malin Ackerman. So this has got quite the good cast. And I read some decent things about this. This would be good for like a little date night to watch with Charmy. The Proposal. I haven't seen this one like used for cheap before. Cheap at all, new or used. And the disc is fine. I beard myself. So those are some Goodwill ones. I might have showed this one already. I can't remember. I got The Adventures of Huck Finn, starring Elijah Wood. Looks like a fun one. Didn't have it. $2. I like Elijah Wood, and it's another Disney. These ones were also from a Goodwill, like not the one near work, but I got The Covenant here. I know this is a pretty common title to find at places, but whenever I find it, it's not in good condition. This one was $1.99. It was brand new, still sealed with the slipcover, and I've read some horrible things about the movie, but I like to have these kind of movies, like fantasy. This looks like kind of a horror fantasy. It's supposed to be trash, but snagged it up. Finally found a good condition one. And then another kind of like romantic comedy one, Leap Year. This was also still sealed, and it was $3 with the Slippy. Amy Adams and Matthew Good. Charmy tells me that we already were watching this at some point, and I fell asleep. I don't know where we were watching that one. I'm pretty sure I've never owned it before. I don't think I have the Blu-ray. I don't think I have it, so I bought it. I don't even know how we would have watched it. I'm not sure. Okay, and then we have a few more Goodwill ones. There's a half off Goodwill out Rochester area, and they had a bunch of Gilmore Girls. So I have seasons 1, 2, and 3. They had 3. Season 3, which I wasn't sure if I had it yet, so I checked the disc. It wasn't in good condition. I wasn't going to get 3. And then I looked at my little app and realized I do already have 3. They did not have 4, but I got 5. Season 5 for $2.50, still sealed. Season 6 and Season 7. So these ones were both not... The discs were fine for the most part, but they weren't sealed. But $2.50 each, so I got 3 seasons here for $7.50. That was a pretty good deal there. Don't judge me. It's supposed to be a good show. Not too girly. Let's see, we got an Amazon. We have an Amazon, Target, Amazon, and then Amazon UK. So I got a few more things. Scream Factory, new Scream Factory Collector's Edition. The last Target Buy 2 Get 1 sale, you couldn't do the Scream Factories, the Kinos, the Warner I don't think the Warner Archive. It was limited. But the one before that, it was like almost everything was buy 2 get 1 free. Even like the Scream Factory pre-orders and stuff like that. So I'm glad I pre-ordered this then. Oh, I see a little thing in the Slippy I didn't see before. Uh-oh. It's panic time! But it is Pet Sematary 2. The Bent Slippy edition. Just kidding. Nobody would buy that. Nobody. Some people don't care about Slippies. They're just more mentally sound. This is from 1992, 100 minutes. Never seen it, never owned it. Edward Furlong, Anthony Edwards, Clancy Brown. I'm going to have to open this now because the thing is, the slipcover got a little, like, bend on the bottom, which that's not a deal breaker, but if it bends, like the bend affected underneath too, which I've had that with Scream Factories, where the slipcover is bent, and other ones too, and then the artwork in the case is messed up underneath too, so that really sucks when that happens. But hopefully this one's good underneath. Can't tell. I think it is. I think it is okay. Scream Factory could use like sturdier cases. I feel like their case that they use is pretty cheaply feeling here. But glad to get the slipcover's in pretty decent condition. I mean, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I just saw, and like the corners got a little messed up. But yeah, when you order stuff in the mail and they send it, they just send this separately, so it's gonna get a little messed up, but it's pretty good overall. Slappy! Anyway, I think I already showed this one. Happy Time Murders. It was an Amazon Buy 2 Get 1. I'm pretty sure I got that a while ago, but it was in my pile here. And then some other Amazon ones. This one was $6. I think they were price matching Best Buy, and it was back ordered for a while. Took a little bit to get it. $6. And I had some like credit or something, so I got it for free, some Amazon rewards or something. Keiju Mano. I looked into it. It's supposed to be a pretty fun one. So I snagged that baby up. This was a Buy 2 Get 1 that I finally received. It took a while. Spectacular Now here. I do have the DVD of this, which I got from Goodwill, but the Blu-ray, it ended up being about $5 with the HD code. So I snagged up Miles Teller and Shailene Woodley. Cute couple. I don't even know what this is about, but it looks like a little drama. Likely romance. Struggle to overcome their differences and help each other through the many challenges of growing up. So sweet. Hey, what's his face is in it too? Brie Larson's in it, and then Kyle Chandler. Jennifer Jason Leigh is also in it. I didn't know Brie Larson was in this. That looks like the addict dude from The Wire. Is that him? Is that the junkie from The Wire? Junkie. And then for $7, I believe this was only $7 for a brief time. And I used like the $5 I got from the Monk fiasco off of this. So it was basically $2, and then I had Amazon rewards. So it was free after the deals. The Vanishing here, Gerard Butler. Read pretty mixed things about this, but it sounds intriguing to me. Sounds interesting. Directed by Christopher Nieholm. I think this is like a sweet... Well, it says Scottish Isle. And we have a code there that I'm going to take out. The Vanishing, Gerard Butler. Should be a decent one. I was thinking about watching this today, but probably not. And then some Amazon UK ones, which I do have more coming, like I said. We have Bad Dreams here. 88 films. This was $9.99 in pounds, and then they take off like the VAT, I think it's called, what they take off there. So it probably ended up being in dollars with shipping, because I add up everything. It probably ended up being around 11 or 12 bucks. Bad Dreams. I do like what's her face, Jennifer Rubin. I just watched her in another movie, and I liked her. The Crush she was in. And then I have Terrence Stamp in Theorem. Theorem, a film by Pasolini, who I think has some Criterions. I think I may have some of his Criterions that they released. From 1968, 98 minutes. Sound like an interesting one. Kind of a psychological movie, it sounded like. So I don't know what to expect exactly, but again, this was probably around $10-ish. It was a little bit cheaper than Bad Dreams. And then I've been waiting for this one, and I think it got discounted a few pounds, so I snagged it up. It is the 3 films with Sammo Hung. Little 3-pack there with Eastern Condors, The Iron-Fisted Monk, and The Magnificent Butcher. I don't really have much Sammo Hung in the old PMAC collection. Eureka put out this 3-movie set. I had my eye on it since it was released, and it's been a pretty decent, pretty reasonable price. I must have paid 20... what was it? It probably ends up being closer to 30 bucks for this. I'm not sure. Looks like we got some new 2K restorations. These movies are from the 70s and 80s. And I think they each get their own disc, which is nice. And a booklet. The Iron-Fisted Monk, The Magnificent Butcher, and Eastern Condors. They all get their own disc. So Eureka's put out a nice set here. Glad to get it for a solid price, which I could bore you and actually look up how much I paid. But I think it ended up being, it might have been a little bit less than 30 bucks. And then they had like a Disney deal where like Disney stuff was 2 for $15. And a couple of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. series were down to like 10 pounds each. One of them wasn't part of the deal. I only needed the 2. I needed seasons 4 and 5. And I think 4 was part of the deal, but 5 wasn't. But then eventually 5 was added, and it worked out nicely. So I was able to get both of these. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 4, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 5 for 15 pounds. Pretty good beer me, I think. Both of these together, 15 pounds total. And now I have all 5 seasons of it that are out. I think season 6 was the most recent one. And actually Charmaine likes this show more than I do, but I'll probably get back into it at some point. We were in like season 2. I can't remember if she finished season 2. It was a decent show. I didn't think it was great. Some people are big fans of it, and I think it might go in some more interesting directions as we move along. Holy crap, 40 minutes? So let me know your thoughts on my little... I don't like script these, so I'm just kind of... In the beginning of the video, I'm thinking of, what I want to talk about. I had a few things in mind that I wanted to talk about, so hopefully it came across somewhat decently. Hopefully, let me know your thoughts on that. Should I keep including little things like that, or keep it out? Some people, you have to make a separate video for that. But probably, but I didn't really want to dedicate a whole video to some of my thoughts there. So I did it like this. Don't judge me. But check out ways that you can help support the channel down below. Just you watching the video, liking the video, commenting. Those are all ways that you can help support PMAC Movies. I do appreciate you guys watching. Hope you guys have a nice day. And hope you guys have better weather than I do. Thank you for watching PMAC Movies. Thanks for checking us out. And we will see you next time on PMAC Movies.